Hello everyone, it's Nick Lawson with cdc-TakeCharge software, and this is our 9th session on how to build an improved desktop for the Microsoft operating system. Well, it's been a while since our last posting, but we've gotten a lot accomplished since then because there's been a lot going on. Today what we're going to look at is how to take and manage and reduce the number of forms you need for your application. The best way to do that is through conditional objects. This way you can take a single form and with conditional objects display various levels of data or user interface instructions. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. In our original design, if you brought up the file manager or the start menu, you were presented with this form here, where you had direct key access buttons to your different modules, you had utility buttons, then you had a start in directory navigator bar, and a folder view of whatever you selected over here. Down at the bottom you had your attributes for your files and folders that were selected. If you performed utilities against anything in the list, it would then pop up this form over here, which was your tag list target form. Then what you would have to do is choose a target path, verify everything in the list was correct, then click continue in order to complete the task, and when you were done, close it. A lot of extra steps, an extra form, and none of it is really necessary. Now let's look at how it works using a conditional object. Okay, so when I come down here, I'm going to select Start Menu. Now the reason we're selecting Start Menu is I want you to see the changes that we've made so far. When the Start Menu comes up, the navigator bar says select a folder. You have your choices of Desktop, My Documents, Programs, Favorites, and Recent. Now the desktop is not the desktop that you see out here. It is the desktop menu that you can now design up here, which would be any applications that you want to link to your Windows desktop. And it all works and displays in a nice simple list. There it is. Now you grab one, you say open, and boom, it's open. Very simple. If you're using it up here, then each time you open one, you got to go back and re-navigate and open another one, then re-navigate, open another one. So there's more steps. This is very simple. Once it's open, it's one step. If you want to see all your documents, there they are. Your programs, which is your start menu programs, there they are. Favorites, which are the links to favorites in Windows Explorer. I don't use Internet Explorers, but there they are if you did. And then recent. Now I don't know how many of you are aware that the recent folder on the Microsoft operating system will have a link to every file you have opened since you got that computer, unless you have gone in and purposely deleted those links. Now all they do is waste space. They really serve no other function, because if you link to let's say this JPEG, and then 5 days later you come back and you go to the same JPEG, it'll be listed in here twice because they'll have separate dates on them. Now that's crazy. So I see no reason for it. I keep mine clean. As you can see, it's not much there. Here's how you can do it using the utility functions that we have with the system. If I had a lot, I would use a tag all, or I can take and just click on mouse tag and tag them one by one. So we're going to do tag all. Alright, then we're going to select delete. Gives us a warning. Say continue. Now my start menu has converted to my tag form, and it didn't pop up on top of it. That is the form. It's just changed what you're seeing because the conditional object has changed the view from here down. Pretty cool. So these are what I want to get rid of. It says the command function is delete, so I'm going to say do it. They're gone. Now if I take and go back over here and pick my view, they're no longer there. Pretty cool. If I want to see contacts, I select contacts. They're now in my start menu. If I want to take and have a direct link to my document folder to save even more steps, Here it is. There's every folder and every file that's in my documents. If I want to see my quick launch, or I'm sorry, my file utilities, I'm back on utilities. Now I can navigate through my folders just like I did on the file manager. My quick launch is here. I'm sorry, this is web favorites. And so now I can bring up my message, the Alpha Software message board. And let's open it up. There it is. Interact with you guys if you want to. And I can see my quick launch, which is here, which is a list of all the things that are in my quick launch application, the stuff I do, my games, my other applications I use, so forth and so on. Very simple, very cool. Now, let's look at the file manager. The only real difference is that when you open the file manager, it's going to open up in the center of your screen because it's not really at this point a start menu. However, you can perform any start menu function from here by selecting it. So there's your contacts, there's your special folders, there's your Word docs, there's your quick launch applications, there's your web browsers. Very cool. Okay, that's pretty much it for our video demo, but if you want to see how that conditional object was created and the code that makes it run, go on over to our blog at cdc-TakeCharge.wordpress.com and it'll all be laid out in detail over there. Thanks again for stopping by and have a great day.